Hi, welcome to the Crypto Republic. Before we begin today, if you're serious about staying ahead in this once-in-a-lifetime financial shift, make sure you like this video, drop a comment, and subscribe to the Crypto Republic. Hello, XRP Army, and welcome back to the Crypto Republic, your go-to channel for the latest high-energy updates in digital assets. Before we get started with today's business, make sure to smash that like button, ring that bell, and subscribe to the Crypto Republic. Bringing you updates every day at 9 a.m., noon, and 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. A financial earthquake is about to hit the crypto world, and XRP sits at the epicenter. One move could eclipse everything we've ever seen. Are you ready? Welcome back to the Crypto Republic. What a week. Wild, unpredictable, and yet perfectly revealing. XRP is holding strong above $2.35, and if momentum keeps building, we could see $3 before this week even ends. Before you roll your eyes, let's take a step back. The setup we're seeing right now eerily mirrors 2017, and if history rhymes, what's coming could be even more dramatic. The God Candle Legacy. Let's rewind. XRP faced a brutal shakeout, a 53% drop in a single day. Panic everywhere. Headlines screaming, retail fleeing. Yet just weeks later, XRP erupted 6,000% in a parabolic surge, the legendary God Candle. Think of Mount Vesuvius quietly building pressure before eruption, or Roman legions waiting for the perfect strike. Fast forward to last Friday, XRP dipped sharply. Fear gripped the market. Exchanges slowed. But within 24 hours, XRP recovered $75 billion in market cap. That wasn't luck. That was smart money quietly accumulating while retail panicked. Could we see history repeat? All signs point yes. XRP price crashes and recoveries. XRP has been tested. 2017 pre-God candle drop SEC lawsuit era dips. Recent fear-driven shakeouts. And yet every crash met a swift recovery. Like medieval markets during the Black Plague, fear drove chaos. But those who prepared thrived. Picture standing at the base of a volcano, feeling the ground tremble. Do you step back or hold your ground? Let's talk about BlackRock and Larry Fink's vision for a second. Now look at this institution. BlackRock CEO Larry Fink repeatedly speaks about tokenization as the next trillion-dollar wave. Everything from stable coins, tokenized securities, to real-world assets moving on-chain. XRP sits at the center, providing liquidity, corridors, and settlement rails. Imagine Roman legions executing a coordinated pincer move, patient, precise, unstoppable. Ask yourself, are you positioned to ride this wave or waiting for someone else to signal the move? Ripple's banking charter. Ripple's OC banking license isn't just a regulatory checkbox, it's a gateway into global finance. With this license, Ripple can custodian institutional-grade digital assets, settle tokenized securities, integrate stablecoins of future CBDCs. Ripple is like the 19th century railroads, laying tracks that enable entire economies to grow. XRP has become the liquidity layer for institutional-grade transactions, bridging old-world finance with the tokenized future. And legal clarity? XRP is recognized as a non-security. Letting institutions enter without fear, confidence is rising. Let's talk about Ripple's strategic acquisitions. Ripple acquired a Swiss-based custody firm now tied to major European banks, BNP Paribas, Citi Societe Generale. Think medieval castles stockpiling weapons and gold before a siege. Ripple is positioning for the decisive moment. They now control key infrastructure for institutional adoption, and that's not hype, it's strategy. Let's talk spot ETFs and supply shock. Spot XRP ETFs are transformative. Unlike futures ETFs, they require holding the actual XRP. Why it matters? Circulating supply is limited. Institutions must buy XRP. Accumulation creates scarcity. When demand hits limited supply, a supply shock emerges. Picture ancient Egyptian grain reserves, scarcity driving extreme value. JP Morgan estimates $8 to $9 billion in pent-up demand. waiting for green lights. This isn't a trickle, it's a flood. And when it hits, parabolic price pressure is inevitable. Let's talk market mechanics and technical setup for a second. Everything aligns. Fear-driven shakeouts, clearing weak hands, consolidation under resistance, heavy institutional positioning, regulatory clarity, and banking integration. Visualize a coiled spring, pressure building silently, waiting to release. XRP isn't just echoing 2017, it's amplifying it with institutional scale. Industry impact and competitor pressure. Ripple's moves are sending shockwaves. Competitors face scalability and settlement issues. Banks are openly referencing Ripple. Legal clarity post SEC lawsuit enables institutional engagement without fear, ladies and gentlemen. XRP isn't chasing hype. It is becoming the backbone of the future financial system. Others scramble. XRP quietly dominates. Let's talk about the domino effect and liquidity flows. As institutions adopt Ripple rails, liquidity flows accelerate globally. Price doesn't just rise, they reprice. Tokenized assets, stable coins, and CBDCs settling via XRP amplify demand. Retail may focus on Bitcoin ETFs, but institutions orchestrate a global liquidity reset with XRP at the core. Strategic, perceptive, and risk. Volatility cuts both ways, ladies and gentlemen. Exchanges fail. Whales manipulate liquidity. Yet those who study patterns, act patiently, and stay informed are positioned for life-changing outcomes. History favors perspective. Early holders who understood XRP, God candle, 75 billion recovery, institutional buildup, will see rewards others will miss. I want you to have a plan. Preparation's everything. Know your entry, your targets, and risk tolerance. Emotional decisions destroy wealth and often lead to catastrophe. Think like a medieval general on the battlefield. Armies with strategy, supply lines, and patience dominate. Panic leads to collapse. Apply this to XRP. Plan. Respect volatility. Don't get shaken by fear or hype. XRP isn't just another crypto, ladies and gentlemen. Ethereum has high fees. Solana, fast but centralized. XRP offers regulatory clarity now, reliability, and systematic integration. Breadcrumbs are everywhere. Partnerships, pilot programs, patent filings show Ripple quietly building a global financial backbone. Most of this isn't public yet, so pay attention. Now is the moment to reflect. XRP isn't just a coin. It's bridging legacy finance and the tokenized future. Every milestone, partnership, and regulatory victory builds towards a structural explosion of liquidity, adoption, and recognition. When it ignites, it won't just make noise. It will reshape markets and define a new era. When the world wakes up, you'll know you saw it first. As always, do your own financial research. This is not financial advice. This is financial research. This content is educational only. The crypto market rewards insight, preparation, patience, not emotion. Stay grounded, stay sharp, stay ready, because when XRP moves, it won't just climb. It will rewrite the narrative of global finance. So remember, the game is changing, and those who understand it first will benefit most. Make sure you're on the right side of it. You have two choices. You can be like the crowd, reacting after the move, rationalizing why they missed it, telling themselves they'll never let it happen again, or you can be the one who saw behind the curtain, the one who understood the infrastructure shift, the one who positioned early, not randomly, but intentionally, because some moments in history are loud, but the ones that change everything are quiet, right up until the moment they're not. And this is one of those moments. Do not blink, because the world is distracting you with noise. XRP is quietly stepping into its final form. So stay sharp, stay informed, accumulate knowledge. Your move now will be remembered. This is not the end of the story. This is just the beginning. This opened your eyes. Smash that like button. Ring that bell. Leave a comment with your thoughts. Turn on notifications. And most importantly, subscribe to the Crypto Republic, bringing you the truth about XRP, global banking moves, and the wealth transfer already unfolding. Don't just watch history happen. Stay informed, stay ahead, and stay in the Republic.